The NFL trade deadline looming. Should the Detroit Lions become sellers? Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If you are new to this channel, we talk all things about the Detroit Lions and we make videos almost every day. So consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. The NFL trade deadline is rapidly approaching. It is just a couple of days away this Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And a lot of teams are making moves. The New York Giants just traded away Kadarius Toney to the Kansas City Chiefs, and we have multiple more moves to come. But the question that I have is, will the Detroit Lions make any moves? Now, I saw a very interesting article from Pride of Detroit. I will link in the description below about could the Detroit Lions possibly be looking to sell? Now, TJ Hockenson is in the 4th year of his rookie deal. The Lions already picked up his 5th-year option, so that is not a thing. But at the end of that, if they don't extend him, he will be a free agent, and at that time, he can choose to go anywhere he wants. Now, the question that I have for you, the viewer, is would you consider trading TJ Hockenson? And I have to be honest, I would. I would consider trading him, especially knowing that in a year and a half, he can go wherever he wants. Also, the Detroit Lions have Brock Wright, Zane Zylstra, and they drafted James Mitchell. That had to be a move, in my opinion, now that I look back on it, that they might have been preparing to move on from TJ Hockenson. Now, this is all just speculation. There's nothing in stone or even remotely pointing to the fact that they could trade TJ Hockenson. But we are in a massive rebuild right now, and we need all the help that we can get. If you look at the Jets and Giants and even the Dolphins before them, what is one thing that they all have in common as to why their potential rebuild has turned around so quickly? They've had multiple first-round picks. The Jets had 2 last year in the top 10, and so did the New York Giants. That would be huge. Now, I don't think we would get that high of a pick for TJ Hockenson, but we would have to consider it if somebody was to offer us a first-round pick. But Pride of Detroit seems to think that the Detroit Lions could be sellers when it comes to TJ Hockenson. The Lions are a team that looks to build through the draft. This is where you take advantage and grab more draft assets. There are teams out there like the Bills, Eagles, Buccaneers, Rams, Giants, Chargers, Bengals, and Titans that could all use Hockenson's services in order to get over the hump. Teams like the Bucs and Chargers need help on offense just to get things turned in the right direction. The ball is even further in the court of the Lions because this isn't a move that's going to break the bank for the Lions, nor the team trading for him. His cap hit in 2022 is just $6.5 million, and with much of that already accounted for in the first third of the season, Detroit would be left with just about $2 million in dead cap and a little over $2 million in cap savings. Hockenson does have a 5th-year option for $9.4 million that's fully guaranteed in 2023. But that base salary would travel with the team he lands with, meaning none of that would be dead money on next year's cap, creating significant savings for Detroit next year. So putting it like that, I would truly have to consider trading away TJ Hockenson. Now, TJ, in my opinion, has looked disinterested, just how he looks on the field. I know he was on Busting It with the Boys, and he said that his play would dictate his pay, that his play was going to do most of the talking for him. And the Lions, up until this point, have not tried to extend TJ Hockenson. On the show, they said they have had no conversations with extending TJ Hockenson or signing a new contract. So with that being said, I believe that this is a real possibility. Will it happen? I'm kind of on the fence. I think it's less likely to happen than to happen, but you would have to say that if the right package came along, we would have to consider trading TJ Hockenson. If you look at TJ Hockenson's stats for the first 6 games of the season, his biggest game came against the Seattle Seahawks in week 4 when he had that monster game of 179 yards. But against the Philadelphia Eagles, he had 38, 26 in game 2, which was our last win and only win of the season. He had 18 in the Minnesota game. He had 6 yards against New England and 48 against the Dallas Cowboys. Would I trade TJ Hockenson? I would have to say yes. I would definitely trade TJ Hockenson. And like I said, we have Brock Wright. We also have James Mitchell. We don't know what he can do, but at the end of the day, I would get the compensation for TJ. TJ is a stud. I think he will thrive. He will go somewhere and probably win. But we need to build. And I'm not sure if he's going to be part of that because he gets to walk away year after next. And he's not going to potentially be here anyway. So if we could get something, if you're giving me a first rounder for TJ Hockenson, that's a no-brainer because we need multiple. Right now we have 2 first-round picks. To have 3, even though they might necessarily not be in the top 10, that's a way to build even faster. So I would take the deal, but I think the deepest I would go, if we got a 3rd and a 5th for Darius Slay, I think I would have to do like a 2nd and 4th, somewhere around there for me to even remotely consider trading TJ Hockenson. But if you say that you're going to get a 1st anywhere in that package, I'm going to take that deal. So let me know in the comments below, would you trade TJ Hockenson? And if so, what would you want your compensation to be? My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, because if you don't, I'm just going to keep being in that feed, man. You're going to see the videos anyway. Once you click on me, then that's when they start putting me in your face. So consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget about the live stream Sunday and look for the preview prediction coming later this week. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions.